A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
55, Mike 55. I'm coming after you.
61, matchbox, lights.
Coming after you.
Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Let's go.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Say.
X3, 218, chopper.
55, Mike, guys, 55. Let's go.
Hey, exit.
Field defense. Watch the safety creep.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At the Browns' 47-yard line.
Set, hut, Mike. Now the wolf. 3 is the Mike. Yeah. What's the ball? Hayward.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Don't say nothing.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick, but able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Nick Chubb, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
First down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's taken in by Callaway. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating from the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Protein spill.
Mike, check. 59.
Hey, Alpha.
Danny.
Hit it.
On 1st down, Herbert. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Check. Cross. 22 jet bomber.
Check 52.
There goes.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, reception. Here's Jackson. He'll get this to Philip Lindsay, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Flush to his right, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up. It's caught at the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Mike, 53.
And Jackson going once more. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
Mike, spot 9. Mike.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsay. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
Let him know.
They'll try to run with Lindsay. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They're going with Lindsay. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Philip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go. And let's run the ball as well. And they put it in for 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A run for Nick Chubb. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready? 50, plant.
Here's Mike. 6
Quick zone, travel.
Check curls, check.
Hey, Haywood, get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Play that time, D. Don't let him breathe, defense. Recon, 132 fighter.
Check.
Hey, wahoo. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 37. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
53, check, we go. Get him on. West.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Ravens touchdown.
Keep working.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Shut up, bitch. That's what Lamar Jackson does. He rolls out and throws the ball. Shut up. You always bitch when you get beat. You bitched in my league when you got beat.
This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Chubb on first down. No room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. That's good for a Cleveland first down.
You got one lucky run. I wouldn't be running my mouth. You're getting smashed.
Already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll bring up a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
3 out, 3 out.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Topper. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert, he's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Here we go. Set. 50 looks small. Hey, no. Target. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Y'all not ready. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 43.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Jackson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Jackson now operating from the gun. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
53, Mike 53.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready, set.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
64, weak. Bravo.
Back. Mike 55, Mike 55. Army.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check 24, check 24.
This time they stay on the ground. And an alley to run. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll return it from the 6. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
At the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
59. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Another run by Lindsey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd down and 12.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. Hey, I'm coming after you. Go.
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
on the set.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Jet bomber.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw. Herbert. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Judon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun. Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Read it well, and it's picked.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really, this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
He's wide open with two guys right there in his pocket, and one guy 5 yards away from him.
Set at the line for this next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming.
And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
He'll rifle this one deep, but when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. And they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Hey, Echo.
From the gun, Herbert. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Herbert. He finds his target. Beckham. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing with the football here to start the fourth.
So we got man. 49, check 49, check 49. Topper. Fire.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
And it brings up third down.
Let's go.
The offense on third down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Back to throw. Herbert, he's going to look deep now and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He was looking for Landry that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll
I think that's a zone coverage. That's what he's supposed to do.
To slip just further and further out of hand.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike's 59.
On third down, here's Lindsey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
At the 3-yard line.
Get it.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Browns on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Herbert throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Nice job,
Philip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Ravens 31, Browns 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Hey, Alpha.
It's a pickup of 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
58's the mic.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll go again with Lindsey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey, and he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this. Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
22, Jack Bomber.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey.
Run.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He was brought down by Denzel Ward.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
All day. Woo! Let's get it.
The The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And Callaway taking it in left side.
Let's go, fellas.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Baltimore, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They Ella they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not saving, be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch.
Since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
Chills, my jewelry code is chill. Storage treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Ripper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, bitch, what? Right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Storage treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, I got it. You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, hop on it, hop on it. Rep for your brum, for your post, your pop in your projects. Pain driven, itchy, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, them out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Storage treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Ripper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Storage treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. So skills.